Tetangga spesial kita kali ini datang jauh-jauh dari Iran. Ini dia AFSHIN JAVID. AFSHIN JAVID lahir di bagian selatan Iran dari keluarga Muslim Syiah. Dia sempat bergabung menjadi tentara Hezbollah selama 3 tahun dan dikirim ke Amerika untuk menyebarkan Islam di sana. Akan tetapi, Tuhan mempunyai rencana lain untuk dia. Inilah dia kisah tetangga kita. Hai, ini gue Daniel Tetangga Kamu. Yuk kita mulai. Hai semua tetangga yang gue sayangin dan gue cintain. Kembali lagi di Daniel Tetangga Kamu. Dan episode kali ini agak spesial. Tapi yang pasti kalau misalnya kalian pengen support kita, jangan lupa untuk klik tombol subscribe. Atau mungkin kalian bisa memberikan super thanks. Atau kalian bisa menjadi bagian dari tribe kami dengan cara membeli official merchandise kita. Di sini ada QR code dan kalian bisa langsung dibawa ke our online shop. Sehingga kalian bisa ngeposting-posting nanti kalau misalnya pakai merchandise dari kita. Dan jangan lupa untuk tag kita di @DanielMananta_Network. Nah, yang pastinya hari ini seperti tadi gue bilang sedikit spesial ya, karena kita punya seseorang dari Iran yang bertetangga ke rumah Daniel. Dan of course ini semua dalam bahasa Inggris, jadi tolong nyalain subtitle-nya juga kalau misalnya kalian pengen dengerin. Kalau misalnya kalian dengerin ini dalam bentuk podcast, dan kalian rada-rada susah ngertinya gitu ya, bisa nonton di YouTube-nya untuk ngelihat subtitle. Anyway, langsung aja, ini dia AFSHIN JAVID. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you.
How do you find Indonesia?
It's gorgeous. I love Indonesia and of course the culture, makan.
Okay, which makanan then? Which makan?
Any kind of nasi goreng, any of the ayam, nasi goreng ayam.
All the fried stuff.
All the fried stuff. I mean, I love everything. I love the spices. I love the variety.
Wow.
It's amazing, yeah.
Is this the first time you were here in Indonesia?
Probably 50, 60 times now. I have lost.
What? 50, 60 times?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Because actually, you know what? That's funny. I don't know why I've been, I've met a lot of Christian Iranians. Yeah. We actually help a few of our friends, Javad and Zainab. Yeah. They we love when they cook for us. We love the food. It's beautiful. I've never been to Iran, but I can taste a little bit of Iranian food from them. And then we have Ramin Parsa. Yeah. I've met him in Israel. He's on the show as well in Daniel Tetangga Kamu. And you're like the second Iranian that I'm interviewing here in Daniel Tetangga Kamu. So, thank you so much again for agreeing. Honor. Yeah. So, AFSHIN, I wanna know more about you. You were in Hezbollah.
Correct.
For 3 years.
Correct.
And then you were in Malaysia and you were in prison.
Correct.
In Malaysia. Yeah. There's your story is just so mind-blowing because in prison in Malaysia you met Jesus.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Right? As a Hezbollah, it's like, man, when you talk about the most unlikely place and the most undeserving person to meet Jesus, and yet it's just that we flip that perspective. Jesus can meet you anywhere. Please tell me more about yourself, about your childhood and how can you end up in Hezbollah?
Well, I was born in the south of Iran. Okay. So and I was born, and then it was already a desire for a revolution. Because Shah was very westernized, pro-West and everything. They had their political issues in the background, but the reality is Shah believed in modernization of Iran in a way that most Muslims felt that it is against the ways of Allah.
Right.
So my father was part of the movement against Shah.
Okay.
My grandfather was a Muslim leader, built mosques and orphanages.
Wow.
So I grew up in that environment.
Yeah.
And then the revolution happens in 1979. I have one of the things that really, those key moments that changes your life. I remember sitting on my father's shoulder, and it was a curfew. You couldn't go out. And then an officer pointed in actually M16 my father's face and said, "Go back into the house." And my father said, "Fi sabilillah, for the cause of Allah, shoot me." And so that really was a moment. And that word meant a lot to me, because my grandfather, every time he did something, he would say, "Fi sabilillah, for the cause of Allah."
Yeah.
And so I grew up learning that for the cause of Allah, you should give your life, you should give all your finances, you should give all your energy, you should do anything for the cause of Allah.
Yeah.
Now the revolution happens, the war starts, and we are the first city, and we lose everything in half an hour.
Man.
So we are now moving out, and I'm wondering, why would these guys attack? And what I heard from older people in my family, that because we wanted to be Muslims, the infidel have attacked us. America and other countries are helping Iraq to attack us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so because of that, I was like, okay, if they have a problem with me being a Muslim, I want to be a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my journey. But on a personal level, I also had from my family a story that they told me that I was sick and I was supposed to die. But they prayed to Allah and they said, "We will dedicate him to the 8th Imam if he is healed." And I was healed. So they shaved my hair at the age of 5. So they did not shave my hair till 5. And then they shaved and gave gold and dedicated me to the 8th Imam. So I had all of that come together.
Wow.
And I had this desire that I wanted to serve God. I wanted to serve Allah. I wanted to be a really good Muslim. Muslim means simply submitted to God.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a good Muslim. I owe Allah my life. I have been dedicated. And I want to kind of, despite all the Western desires, I want to stand up to them. So these are all going on.
You want to attack them because look what happened to me and my family. We lose everything. And by the way, sorry, I want to clarify. The Islam mostly in Iran
are Shia.
Shia.
Correct.
Not Sunni. Yeah.
Not Sunni.
And what is the difference then in Shia itself?
So there was an argument that arose after Prophet Muhammad passed away. There was no clear direction by record, because Ali was a cousin to Prophet Muhammad, and also the son-in-law married his first daughter, Fatima. So, and he was one of the first converts and a general. So when the Muslims said when Prophet Muhammad died, he would have wanted Ali to be the next Khalifa or the next leader.
Yeah.
And then there were others who said, no, the father of Aisha, the most beautiful, beloved wife of Prophet, the 9-year-old, should become, because he's the older of the tribe. So tradition.
Right.
So you have Sunni, which comes from Sunnah, which means tradition.
Right. Okay.
And then you got Shias who went after the belief that Ali should have taken a place. So Shias are about 10% and the Sunnis are the larger.
And the Shia, like in the tradition and the rituals and the everything?
Very similar.
Okay.
All the same book, same things, but these guys have imams and they have 12 of them. The Sunnis have 4 Khalifas. They have the same hadith, the same Quran, all of it.
Okay.
A little bit the style we stand in prayer is a little bit different. They pray the same amount. Shias do 2 sessions, the noon and the afternoon together, the sunset and the after sunset together.
Okay.
But Sunnis do it completely separate.
All the, yeah.
Otherwise, the fasting is the same. All the Eids are the same. So
Right.
everything is the same. He says, you don't need to die for Allah. You can go to United States and convert the Christians into Islam, and Allah will be pleased with you. Most dedicated point of my life, I was reading the Quran once every day, 10 days, cover to cover.
That's crazy.
114 surahs. As a Muslim, I was really desiring to please Allah. But the religion of Islam is a religion that Allah is God. He's the creator. He wants you to do righteous things and everything else. But there is no personal relationship between Allah and you that is physical or tangible. But within me, I long to hear or have some sort of a sign and know He's pleased with me, which I had not. In that journey, I had, joined the Hezbollah. My last job before I came out of Iran or volunteered on the landmines and everything else and everything was to bring people to the execution and hang them.